Tony's going to get up here for this match. Okay, and that's your headset right there. Joined by the one and only world champion, open doubles champion from Moneyball Northwest, Tony Sprademan. What's cracking, dog?
Hey, buddy. Thanks for having me back.
Thanks for being here. And just for the record, no request necessary. Green light is always there for you to join us up here.
Okay. Well, I see Adam Gilson up here a lot, and I don't want to step on any toes or nothing.
We can go 3 wide.
All right.
He was sick the other day. I don't know if you knew that when you were up here with me.
Was
on
he
Saturday.
using this headset?
No, it wasn't that kind of sick. It was food poisoning.
Oh, okay.
He went, well, let me be more clear. He had Taco Bell at 5 in the morning.
That'll get you every time.
It got him that time. And he'll be back here in a minute, so we'll be 3 wide. And
better than 3 deep.
Better than 3 deep. So to the viewer, I'm sure they want to ask a bazillion questions about the Open Doubles final. What was that like?
What was it like?
Was that pretty laid back and chill, or
it seemed like it. Both those guys are so fast, and I think it's their first time playing together.
Mm-hmm.
And they're both amazing players, but it takes years to establish chemistry together, like Rob and I have. And individually, they're amazing. I don't think they have their teamwork quite worked out yet as far as like passes. I was essentially leaving tons of passes for Brandon to throw up to Blake, but he hits him so fast, and Blake wasn't prepared to catch him. So,
and is that a ball? Because Adam and I were talking about that. Blake, when he plays with Ryan, he catches those all day long. It seems like he catches a lot of passes. I'll say it that way all day long. And with Brandon, is it a matter of where he's releasing him? Is it the ball speed? Is it all the stuff that happens before that? Why do you think Blake struggles to catch those?
Well, a lot of it's not just the speed of the pass, but it's more so the release and knowing when someone's going to do it, reading the holes together. So obviously, like Ryan and Blake have played together a lot. And, just familiarity. It's their first time, so I'm sure if they play together a few more times, they'll figure it out. But this is interesting singles here, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, they started already. What the hell?
Yeah, a lot of speed and a lot of maybe some ego and kind of a
seeing who can outspeed the other.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I think it'll be funny. It'll be a fun match to watch.
Who do you think that favors? The up-paced. Typically people will see Blake as a up-paced player, and this is his style of play. But going against Brandon, is that true? Is this his style, or should he do something different?
Here's the thing. Brandon's really, really fast. Blake's also quick.
Yeah.
I think this style helps Blake. I don't know if he could beat Brandon because Brandon's a really amazing singles player, obviously.
Get that out of
But this stile is good for Blake because when he gets on a roll, he's hard to stop, right? He's and he can get creative, but when there's no pressure on him is when he's the most dangerous.
Right.
When you start putting heat on him, he starts getting tentative. But when you get him just rolling and he gains this momentum and he doesn't feel that pressure and he's having fun, that's when he can poke anybody in the world. Like Blake's really amazing. It's just a matter if he can get on that roll or not.
Yeah. The homie Terry Rue was in the chat earlier, and he was talking during that last match saying that Blake doesn't have his normal swagger, his flow up front.
Right. Well, if you have, right now he's able to freewheel a little bit because there's no pressure on him. He doesn't have a partner. He's, no expectations. He's just kind of playing. So we'll see what happens.
Wow.
That just happened. So I don't know. I'd like to see Blake put a little more effort defensively, right? He just kind of sits there. He plays a very position-based, and he's smiling about after losing that game. So I don't know. I don't know if that's gonna be good for him or not. Looks like Brandon's gonna
just keep doing what he does.
Yeah.
How do you practice defense? You're talking about give a little bit more effort defensively. How do you work on that?
Well, what I mean is like look at his style. It's very man position. It's very, very position based. Push side, pull side, spread the middle, push side, pull. There's no like fight in his defense. It's just more so like hoping you run into him. He runs more of a bait and switch style. Where like myself, I'm kind of hustling a little bit more.
Right.
And with those hustle blocks, you get that hustle type defense. You get blocks inadvertently sometimes just because you're sweeping the mouth of the goal, stuff like that. So, and against Brandon, you kind of have to do that because he's just kind of coming at you from all angles. So
that's a fun pass.
Yeah. See, this is what I mean. It's like
Funsy ball.
Yeah, I think Brandon's going to win that match every time because those are just wasted possessions. You know, at least the shots that Brandon's putting on goal, they're push kicks, pull kicks, you know, stuff like that. Blake's just kind of trying to make a game out of it. So, I don't know.
What is the reason? Brandon's been good for a long time, obviously, several years now. What's the thing that it seems like he took it up to another level recently?
Brandon?
Yeah.
Oh.
Is that just something that folks see and it's not real, or is that a thing that actually happened?
I think he's gained some experience recently, right? He's been playing a lot of the tournaments in the U.S. Like he's had the skills and the abilities for years, but he was stuck in Costa Rica, right? And you're only going to get as good as the people around you, right? Yeah. And you know, when he would come to the States to play a tournament, it was more so. It was a big deal for him. So there was maybe some nerves, some pressure, some. Yeah. You know, so it was more so now he's kind of settled in. He's getting to know the players. He's going to have a game plan against, you know, the players, and he believes in himself. Yeah. You know, because he's proven himself at this point that he's, you know, one of the top singles players. And
you think he's the best player out of Costa Rica?
Oh, yeah, for sure. No doubt about it.
We talked, God, it's probably 7 or 8 years ago now. It's been a while. It was one of the TKOs, I think, when he was still an expert. And I was like, dude, this dude here, you know, and I'm in awe, right, of all the skill, the natural talent that he has. And you're like, he's not even the best player from there. And I think his brother was it?
Yoel, yeah. Years ago, Yoel he had not quite the speed that Brandon has, but he can definitely rival. Like, he wouldn't do that. Jeez. That's ridiculous, isn't it? But Yoel was a little bit more structured than Brandon, which made him more dangerous and a little bit more consistent, right? Yep. So Brandon. His lack of discipline can still get him in trouble. It's a very fine line, you know, especially when you play good players. Like, you can get away with a lot of stuff against these top guys, but when someone's, you know, just fast enough where, you know, those quick shots that you're taking end up costing you, that's going to be the difference. And that's when he's going to start feeling a little bit of pressure, is when he can't get away with, you know, all of this kind of stuff on someone. So. And Blake is fast enough. You see, he's just kind of lax. Look at him. He's just sitting there waiting for the ball to go there. Blake's definitely fast enough. He's just kind of being lazy. And I don't know if it's the not try syndrome. You know, he's definitely fast enough, but he's just kind of watching Brandon do everything. So, I don't know. I'd like to see a little bit more effort defensively there. That was a good block.
I'm just popping in here, Tony, but are you saying that he's just not trying, like he just doesn't – is it a matter of not caring? Like, you've played him quite a bit. Is he just – not here this weekend, or?
Well, I know Blake hasn't been playing a whole lot since Worlds, taking some time off. Yeah. I haven't seen him locally. I saw him last week at a local get-together, and he told me he just hasn't been into it. And, you know, sometimes you need a break, right? Yeah. Yeah. We all get burned out and everything, so I could definitely see the difference this weekend in Blake's game. He's just, I don't know if he's just not as fired up, maybe a little bit bored. I don't know. But
you think it's one of those things where it's easier to stomach a loss if you quote unquote don't care.
Exactly. Yeah. And he's not practiced, so it's hard to put a lot of effort into it. Yeah. You know, it could be frustrating. Oh, look at that. The ball just stays there. Oh. And that's what I mean, right? Those types of possessions right there. If you got someone putting heat on you, that could cost you. Right. You know, he was trying to go into set it up as a pull, roll it over, and go into a snake shot, you know, quick shot. Flip overs, you know, those things. It's a fine line. You got to value your possessions.
3-1. It's 2-0 already?
Yeah. Yeah, you missed 2. You were gone. No, dude.
I had 2 sentences with Mades out there. And things are moving.
They started quick, and it got to 2 games really quick. Wow. Matter of fact, this game already probably longer than the first 2 combined, if I had to guess.
But that's what I mean. Like, Blake's got a good 2-rod, a good 2 to the 5, and he's just kind of just hitting it at an angle. Yeah. You know, I don't really see him putting forth a true effort.
You think his 2 to 5 is better than his shooting series out of the back?
With someone with a good zone, I've had this talk with Blake before. It's like he'll be in a. I've played him, and we've had really good matches, and his 2-rod has costed him on multiple occasions. And I told him 2 to the 5. If you look at historically, all the people who won, like open singles, apart from someone like Ryan or
Yeah.
Billy, everyone's passing 2 to the 5.
Yep.
And unless you have a 2-rod like Ryan or Billy, it becomes a liability most of the time. So that was
a quick one.
Yeah.
that was a quick one.
There you go.
Well, thanks for hanging out with us, dude. I would ask you if you
I
want
wish
to do
we
the
had
next
more to
match.
talk about, but
I mean, yeah, it'd be more matches after your next one.